What are you actually licensing in your organization? Because licensing is a way of giving you a right to use something, be it a piece of hardware, software, or even a patent. In GLPI, we have asset management, financial management, software management, and also the licensing management. When we navigate into GLPI after doing our first inventory, we can see pretty much everything that is in your organization. But let's see that in this case, I want to see every computer that has a Microsoft Windows installed. So I can type here operating system on my filters, click on name, and then type Windows. Here I can see 4 of my computers have the Windows installed. As I can see here, I have 2 Windows 10 Pro, 1 Windows 10 Enterprise, and 1 Windows 11 Pro. And once I click on a computer, I can see every software that is installed on this computer. So I click on software, I click on filter, and then I type Windows. Here I can see that there's a Windows Pro, but I don't have a license related to this computer. So let's create a license here. Windows 10 Pro, I can click on the software and then see here how many versions of it are on my organization, how many installations I have on my organization, and the licenses. As you can see here, it's empty. I'll click on add a license, and then after I click on add a license, pretty much every field is shown to me. I can give it a name that could be a manageable name, it could be the name of the software, or even the name, an internal name for you to manage all the licenses you have. So in this case, I will just let the current name of this software. So Microsoft Windows 10 Pro. I will let the status to in use. I could also have more status for this case. In this case, it's just in use. If I have a bundle of software, a bundle of licenses, and I would like to have child licenses of this bundle, I could insert this Windows 10 Pro as child of a bundle of another licenses. So in this case, it's not a child of any kind of license. The location is going to be Igrishim, which is my city. The type would be a monthly subscription because it's a monthly. I could add here like an annual subscription or even perpetual license. It depends, it's according to your organization and your contracts. Again, the type of license is pretty much everything that you need in your enterprise, in your company. You can choose the type of licenses you want to insert here. Even if you want to track all the softwares that use a GPL 3.0 open source license. Even though you don't pay for it, you can track everything that is licensed under this kind of license. Because capital management is also management. So I use monthly subscription, the technician in charge is myself, and then I will insert some other things like the publisher. Remember, the publisher is the company that makes the software. So I can just type here the Microsoft. I can use dictionaries to make just one Microsoft if I want to. The group in charge, remember, you can also insert several groups in charge of this. The serial number, I could insert a serial number. This is not real, this is fake. But let me know how many of you remember by heart one serial number of a Windows 7, for example, because I know some of you used to reset computers and you know a serial number that works fine. And if you navigate into GLPI agent, into GLPI assets inventory, you can see the serial number of a given software if it delivered by the vendor, by the publisher. So after insert all this information, you can insert the user that is using currently the software, the inventory number if you have some on your accounting department, and the group that is using this license. Also, some comments can be inserted. They will be shown and can be also useful for extra observations. Let's say that this software is attributed by user on Entra, for example. This is just a comment. The version in use will take these versions fields will take into account all the versions that they can find from the software that you choose to relate to this license. So in this case, let's say that everyone is using the version in use 22.8.2. which is the one that you decided that is the current version that should be used on your organization. But the purchase version would be the 21H2. So here you can also insert the number of installations that are permitted. So in this case, I will just insert like 3. Let's say I have 3 of them available, and I won't let over quota. And the expiration, I could let it empty if I don't have an expiration, but let's say that it will expire in 1 year. We are in February, I guess, and let's say it's 18, I don't remember. Let's save here, and then I have created my licenses. If I see on summary, I don't have anything else in here besides no results found. So now I can come back to my software, which is the Windows 10 Pro here, and see how many installations I have of this. I have 2 installations, and click on the ARSPC01, filter if I have a Windows 10 Pro installed, which I know that we already have installed, but I can install if I want, and then I will add a license. As you can see here, there's just a license that I've created. If I had more, they would appear here. So I choose the name of the license that I've created before. Remember, if I created a different one, like a 2026 license or an invoice number, just for us to know and track the name of licenses, it would be different here. It's not the name of the software, this is the name of the license, and this is the name of the software. I'll click on Add, and then right now, if I filter for Windows 10, I'll see that there's a license related to this software. And if I come back to my Windows 10 licenses, I'll see that on Software, Licenses, and clicking on the license, I have a summary saying to me that one computer has this installation already in place. And I can also affect the items using the licensing menu. So in management licenses, I can go through the Windows 10 Pro license and then create all the computers that relate all the computers that use this license. So in this case, I will say I know that the PC03 uses the Windows 10 Pro. I'll just click on Add, and then now I have 2 PCs using this license. On the summary, I can see 2 computers, and then I can also know that I still have 1 license available for installation. If I want to track also financial information, I can create here an order date. Let's say I bought it on January 1st, the date of purchase was on January 3rd, and then the delivery date was also the 3rd, the startup date was also the 3rd, the date of physical inventory it's today, and then the decommission date is empty because it's in use. The supplier is different from the publisher. Sometimes we buy a license from the publisher, but some other times we buy the software from a different supplier. So let's say in this case, the ISP is the supplier selling me the licenses that comes from Microsoft. The budget can be, for example, let's create one here, 2026 budget for IT, and then the value of this budget for the year, it's like 10,000 monies or your currency. The begin date is on January the 1st, the end date is on December 31st. I'll just click on Add and then link it to the budget. The order number, I can create another number which is internal, for example, the mobilization number, the same thing, the invoice number if I have some. The delivery form is like digital, and the value, I don't really know how much it costs a Windows license, but let's say it's pretty much 50. And then the warranty extension value is empty. The amortization is linear. The amortization would be like in 1 year, and then the coefficient of 20%. If I have a criticality of business, I can insert it here. And if I have warranty given to this software, I can also insert information here and receive some alerts on expiration of my warranty. I can hit save, and right now I have a total cost of ownership, which says that the account net value right now of the software is 28 cents according to the data that I've inserted here. And if I click on my budget for 2026, I can also see that I still have 9,950 monies, or the currency you have in your country, for this year. So I've used $50 euros of my budget buying a license. This is pretty much a good thing for those of you that need to explain the board of directors where the money is going to when we are talking about budget. So now let me know which licenses are you creating in your GLPI to manage and track how many of them you still have available for installation, or you should be installing or not buying anymore. Let me know in the comments below.